Auto accident can change someone's life and their family's life in an instant. No one leaves a house in the morning or their job in the afternoon expecting to get into an accident. And when it happens, there's a whole flurry of emotions that take place. People are hurt, they're scared, they're angry, and they have no idea what to expect when this happens. They don't know whether or not they're injured. They don't know whether or not they'll be able to go to work the next day. They don't know whether or not their car will be operable, or whether or not they need to get the car repaired, or how long they'll be without a car. And most people have never gone through this in their life, and it could be devastating. Auto accidents can result in several types of injuries, from sprains and strains, soft tissue injuries, to fractures, loss of a limb, significant disfigurement, death. Injuries can be permanent. They can cause significant limitations of body functions or systems. It can cause someone's usual activities to be impaired for some period of time following the accident. And the range of the types of injuries, from sprains and strains and soft tissue injuries to death, can result from any type of car accident. We also handle motorcycle accidents and truck accidents, and they can be as serious and oftentimes more serious than regular car accidents. If you're on a motorcycle, you're left unprotected. You're more likely to see somebody break a bone, lose a limb, or even die from a motorcycle accident as opposed from a car accident. And as far as truck accidents go, when you're hit by an 18-wheeler or a bigger vehicle, it's going to result in more significant and more serious injuries. In New York State, cars are required to have a minimum amount of insurance of at least $25,000. Usually trucks are owned by major corporations or some type of corporation. They have commercial policies, and the policies are much more significant than $25,000. Motorcycle accidents, most motorcyclists are involved in an accident with a car, so the insurance is not going to change that much. But in New York State, if you're involved in a motorcycle accident, you don't have to prove that you sustained what the law defines as a serious injury. So whatever the injury is, whether it's slight or it's devastating, you will recover. In car accident cases, the insurance company's goal is to manage risks. Most people think that the insurance companies are there to pinch pennies and not pay out on claims, which is what they do. But the reality is, and this comes from my experience as doing work for insurance companies and corporations, is their ultimate goal is to manage risks. So when they are faced with a big risk, they will pay. It's just a matter of getting them to the point where they realize that they have a risk and that they should pay. Clients can recover for all sorts of damages. One is pain and suffering, which most people are more familiar with, but then there is the no-fault law, right? And no-fault means that the client can make a claim or has to make a claim under their own insurance policy to get their medical treatment paid for, to get their lost wages paid for, to get prescription medicine paid for, to get their travel to and from the doctor paid for, to get household help paid for. In exchange for having those benefits, in order to recover for personal injuries and pain and suffering, the person has to sustain what the law defines as a serious injury. Serious injury is defined as death, loss of a limb, significant disfigurement, loss of a fetus, a permanent consequential injury, limitation of use of a body function or system, or a medically determined injury that impairs someone's usual and customary daily activities for 90 out of 180 days immediately following the accident, or a fracture. If someone breaks a bone, that qualifies as a serious injury, and they can be compensated for pain and suffering. In addition to being compensated for pain and suffering and all the things under no fault, an individual can be compensated for their future pain and suffering, their future lost wages, their future cost of medical expenses and treatment for their remaining life expectancy. The firm has extensive experience in handling motor vehicle accident cases. The attorneys here have a combined experience of over 100 years. We've represented insurance companies. We've been hired by insurance companies to represent their insureds to defend these cases. We've tried thousands of cases combined. I personally have probably tried thousands of these cases as a plaintiff or as a defendant over the course of my career. And we are known in the industry of being formidable advocates for our clients. Clients come to us in several ways. A lot of clients are referred by their friends or people they know. A lot of clients come to us because they are referred by other attorneys, and a lot of clients find us online. However they come to us, the reason they hire us is because of our experience. We are responsive, we make them feel comfortable, and we gain their trust. Our current and our past clients would say our firm fights hard. We fight hard from the beginning. We keep them informed throughout the process. We are responsive to their needs. When they call or they email, we get back to them immediately. And when they call the office, they will always speak to a live person. And I find a lot of people appreciate that as opposed to having to dial in through voicemail. Client communication, especially in personal injury cases, is essential. And it is the key to succeeding in any one of these cases and every one of these cases. Because in order for us to succeed in doing our job, the client has to know what's going on. The client has to know what's expected of them. And we do that. We tell the clients from the initial intake what the process is, what we expect of them, and what they should expect from us. The Rizzuto Law Firm is a small firm, but we're not a solo firm. We have several attorneys that work here. All the attorneys are capable of handling cases from intake through trial. We've all tried cases. We're all capable of trying cases, and the insurance companies know that we are a litigation firm and we will go to trial if we're not presented with a fair offer. The advantage of hiring a firm like us is every person in the firm, whether it's the support staff or the attorneys, is virtually familiar with every case that's in our office. We have a case management system that we can all access in order to answer any questions if a client calls and the person who is assigned to the file is unavailable. One other main advantage of hiring our firm and a firm of this size, but specifically our firm, is that our staff has worked together for a long time. We've had attorneys here for over 20 years that started when they were in law school. We've had support staff that have been here 15, 20, and over 25 years. When someone comes to us for an initial consultation in a motor vehicle accident case, they are walked through the entire process from intake up until a resolution, whether that resolution is settlement or whether that resolution is trial. They will be told what is expected of them in order for them to make their case successful. They will be told that they need to be responsive to us when we reach out to them for information, and they need to communicate with us if there are any changes in their condition or their lifestyle or anything going on, with them. And we will explain to them what they can expect from us when they need our help, when they reach out to us, how we will respond, and what we need to do to make their case successful.